This is the city, New Los Angeles, California. 20 million people constantly interfacing and living together under the sky. Most of them are good, decent people, but some of them aren't so decent. I work in the new Parker Center. I carry a badge. I am Sergeant Eggbunt Monday of the United Nations Protection Forces. My partner is Greenblood Blick. The boss is Captain Creekbunt. August 12th, 2068. A busy day at New Parker Center. Across town there have been rashes of hostage situations from terrorists who all claim to be part of the so-called 9/11 truth movement. The one that I defused last night is only one of many. We captured a prisoner from another situation which was defused only with the help of our mechanized gear tumult squadron and its cocking of its pump-action shotgun. We have one of those prisoners in custody and we're currently interrogating him. He's willing to talk, but he's not willing to talk about anything that makes any sort of sense. He keeps repeating Building 7, an inside job, incessantly, like he's on some kind of drug or something. Well, Eggbunt, you oughtn't to settle down and get married. Wouldn't be so stressed out if you were. I got a nice, wonderful home and a nice, wonderful family, and I got a real great blazer, too. You know, Joe, these blazers are the best in the world. I got them from the World's United tailor down on 5th and 3rd Street. You really ought to try it. Yes, Greenblood, that's very interesting. Well, I seem to be finished with my Mountain Dew coffee, so I guess it's time to get back to work. Come on, Greenblood, we've got business to do. All right, you, this is the last time. In the name of Bob, Enzo, and all that is holy, tell us, what is the goal of your 9/11 truth movement? Why you're resorting to force, and most importantly, who is your leader and where are the other cells? Building 7, man! Building 7! Don't you get it? Building 7! 9/11 was a controlled demolition, man! The government did it! Can't you see? Are you retarded or something? Can't you see? The government did 9/11! 9/11 was an inside job! Look, that's nonsense and I'm sick of it! You'd better give me what I want, or else I'll have to resort to desperate measures. This is a 12-gauge shotgun. If you don't tell me who sent you, what you're doing, and why there's so many of you springing up across this city, I'm going to have to rack it continuously until you squeal. Is that understood? Okay, man. Okay. I'll cooperate, man. I'll cooperate. Okay. I'm part of an intergalactic organization known as the Warriors of Building 7. Our objective is to force the government into providing a satisfactory investigation of the September 11, 2001 attacks. We're resorting to violence because that's the only way that works with brainless sheeple such as yourself. Why are there so many of us springing up at this time? Because we're planning for a campaign to alert the world of the truth by the time it's September 11th of this year. Is that enough, man? Is that enough? Please don't pump the shotgun. So that's what this is all about? September 11th, 2001? An event that happened 67 years ago? You make me sick. 9/11 has already been investigated by the government, and its decisions have been upheld by the United Nations. Just because an event happens that doesn't meet your fantasy or your little worldview doesn't mean you have to kill people until people change their mind. It's people like you that are undoing everything people like me have worked so hard to achieve. You make me sick, you disgusting ideologue fanatics. I have only one more thing to ask you. When is your next hit going to be? Look, don't you get it, man? 9/11 was the biggest lie ever foisted upon the people of this world, man. And the people that we hurt, they're only pawns. They're sheeple, their lives don't matter. Anyway, the truth is my life. I will never ever divulge our secret plans. Not even if you threaten me with death. I will be a martyr for Building 7. So people are just pawns to you. Pawns to be sacrificed in the name of some ridiculous fairy tale theory. You think you're a martyr, eh? Well, let's see about that. No! No! Please no! Okay, I'll tell you everything. I'll tell you everything. Our next hit is going to be a real big one. A real doozy. At the Blackjack Brigade Theater, at the opera production of Shakespeare's Twelfth Night. There, that's it. I swear to you it's true. Please don't pump that thing again. When faced with such urgent news, I went as quickly as possible to Captain Eggbunt to report what I had heard. Sergeant Monday! So, what you're saying is that the terrorists are going to take an entire opera house hostage? This is grave news, considering that our own lord, the Tammy, is planning to take his several girlfriends to this opera on Friday. This is so urgent, I may even call President Nelson Uganda himself. I was raised on a farm. I was raised on a farm. I was raised on a farm. Since Friday night was tomorrow night, Captain Eggbunt had us working overtime. He had informed every higher-up on the UNPROFOR hierarchy, even going as far as President Nelson Uganda himself. Currently, he was assigning officers to security detail on the famous opera. Friday night, 7:32 p.m. It was time for the opera. I and my partner had been assigned guard duty to protect His Majesty the Tammy, as well as such important figures as President Nelson Uganda himself, along with Captain Eggbunt. Since I'm a swinging bachelor, I didn't have a date anyway. But my partner here was wishing he had come with his wife. Other than that, the night was fairly uneventful until 7:35 ran around. I was standing guard duty when all of a sudden a strange fellow came up to me. Kind sir, I'd like to be let in, please. Here's your ticket, citizen. This is my ticket, foul sheeple. Let me in or die. Freeze! Citizen! 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 9/11 was an inside job! 9/11 was an inside job! 9/11 was an inside job! My shouting attracted the attention of 3 other officers. They came quickly to my aid. Citizen! 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 After a 30-minute 5-way shouting match, the perpetrator fell to his knees and surrendered. Similar events happened all over the theater before all of the perpetrators were apprehended. It was a long day at New Parker Center on August 12th, but ultimately rewarding. One terrorist spilled the beans about the aims of his criminal organization, while many more were caught after a high-class night out at an opera. The gains we made on that day were very great, but the costs weren't so low either. We had to fill out several forms. One for my use of a pump shotgun during interrogation that day, as well as many others for the standoff that happened outside of the playhouse.